Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back. So this is Juan Martinez for the fans POV, the August 21st, 2016 sound off. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. So how about we just, get started straight on into it with the first headline. So it looks like in Chicago Wizard World Comic Con, a gun seller was actually denied, how can I say this, a place for the seller's room. It turns out that's not exactly true, or not anymore. So basically what happened, they tried to deny him from selling real weapons, which, that makes sense. If it's a big area, there's going to be a lot of kids, a lot of young adults, a lot of people who, are getting really excited that maybe in the spur of the moment, while I doubt they'll be, have bullets or anything inside them, they might buy a gun, and with the whole recent event things going on, it's probably just for the best that, not having real guns in a giant place like that, it'll calm down controversy. It won't be as much problem. So, awesome job. The fact that, he'd still be able to sell all his, quote-unquote, fake guns. Because let's be honest, the quality of it, you probably won't even know if it is real or fake. So, it's awesome that he can still sell his merchandise, because it would be really crappy that, just because he wasn't able to sell a specific brand of merchandise, he can't sell any of it. Yeah, up next, New York Comic Con expands to Madison Square Garden. Now, to me, that's awesome, because New York Comic Con has always been, like the one, huge building, a lot of people. It was inevitable. We knew it was going to get to the point where it needed to expand more. There was a lot more stuff that needed to show, needed to do. So the fact that it's actually going to Madison Square Garden, of all places, it's kind of showing how big it's really becoming. So that's really, that's honestly pretty awesome, because imagine what's next. What all of New York City will be in on this whole Comic-Con. That'd be cool, but, I give it about 15 or 20 years before that happens. And it looks like moving on, the first Houston anime store is having its grand opening this week. And it looks like it's called Oople's Anime, which is the only store in Houston to focus solely on anime, It's have its grand opening tomorrow, Saturday, from 9 a.m. to midnight at Greater Inwood. So if you're from that area, you should definitely check it out. Already more than 1,000 people have been saying they're going on the Facebook page event for it, while 5,000 have said they're interested, but come on, who wouldn't be? First anime store in that area? That's pretty awesome. So the store itself is turning it into a mini convention. So everyone will be coming down, there'll be food, dance, an anime cover band, Japanese rock band. They're going all out, guys. Definitely something you probably don't really want to miss. It looks like it has been open for 2 weeks also. So maybe it's the fact that it's been adding merchandise to the point where it's able to do this grand opening. So maybe you've gone already before, but give it a shot. Stop by tomorrow or anytime afterward. It'll probably have changed so much. It's probably what every anime fan of that area has been wanting. So that's honestly really cool. Moving on here. So last week we asked, you've been kidnapped. You can call on the characters from one television show to save you. Now, what television show would that be? Me, I would have to go with Flash, because, super speed guy. Almost always he's able to get everyone out of trouble. I haven't caught up fully with season 2 yet. I really need to do that. But from what I've seen, Flash is my guy. We actually have some answers here from our Instagram page. A lot of people said Transformers, Supernatural. I can definitely see Sam and Dean coming to the rescue along with Optimus Prime. Doctor Who, that's a good one. Supernatural again. Wow, a lot of love for Sam and Dean. Stranger Things, which I actually haven't seen yet. I'll be needing to see that soon. I know Ricardo, one of the other members of the fans POV, is really, really enjoying it. I think he's going to have a mini review of it out by the end of the week. So definitely keep an eye out for that. The Flash, there you go. Yeah, shout outs to the real guy on Instagram. You know what's up. And the Doctor, once again. So the Doctor, Supernatural, and the Flash. Man, it would be nice if they had a crossover or something. Yeah, so moving on. So a con tip of the week. When is it appropriate to ask for a picture from a cosplayer at a convention? Now, I want to give my personal opinion on this because I've been to a few cons and I have asked, cosplayers for pictures, take pictures of them, and usually when I see them walking around, when it looks like they're not actually busy, just kind of walking around taking in the sights, I'll be like, hey, how's it going? I'll call them by name, not by their character's name. And I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture? So they never really seem bothered by it. So I think as long as you find that they're not, really talking to anyone directly, not, trying to buy something, food, just kind of like take your time, wait till they're actually free, you should be golden. I know when I did a cosplay last year, a lot of people want to take pictures. It was a Two-Face from Batman the Animated Series, and I loved it. I loved having people come up, ask like, hey, can I take a picture with you or take a picture of you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, because I really wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of walking around, taking in the sights, enjoying other cosplays. So I feel as long as, I wasn't eating or, talking to someone else, I was totally fine with people asking for pictures. Oh, and the cosplay, speaking of cosplay of the week is a really awesome one. It's Rao from Okami that was actually featured in Otakon 2016. And let me tell you guys, it's really cool. The way they did like the tails, it just looks really awesome. They're huge. They got like all the different, what I believe to be the gods. I haven't played Okami in a super long time. Just like, all on the tails, got an awesome band, the clothes just looks really cool, and while I haven't played Okami in a super long time, or much of it, I always love the art style, and it does kind of look straight out of the game itself. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so moving on real quick here to social media posts. Oh, before I forget, actually, if you definitely check out the cosplayer for the Rao of Okami. She is at pixel_ivy on Instagram, and the photographer was at DJ Tam with 4 A's. Yeah, so definitely be sure to check that out because it's honestly a really swell picture. I'm sure it's already up here on the screen, but you can always see the higher quality on Instagram itself. Now moving on to the social media posts. So Dealer Spotlight. I want to talk about the Black Swan Armory. Now these guys are really cool. So they make Renaissance like attire, weapons, but the really cool thing about it is they use wood. So they'll have like a sword. It looks really like, if you guys are a fan of Berserk, I'm sure some of you are. They have this giant sword that looks like it's made out of steel. Like if I were to touch it, I'd be cut. But it's wood. So I might, at most, just get a splinter. Still bad, but not as much. And, you can tell it's mostly for, like, the LARPing community, but it's strange the way, because you look at it, and you wouldn't believe it's wood. It honestly looks like pure steel at times. The way they paint it, the way it's all shiny. So definitely check them out. I know they have a Facebook page that they have, like, a lot of their pictures on, pictures of the people themselves that work on it, a lot of custom orders that they made. I saw what I think to be like a boomerang that looked really cool, almost straight out of like the Suicide Squad. Don't know if that's exactly what it was, but it reminded me a lot of it, and it was really awesome. Moving on to the artist spotlight, we got CT Chrysler. Now, CT Chrysler, I only just discovered due to doing the sound off for this week, but their art is honestly really nice. It reminds me a lot of old school, like, Nickelodeon, if that makes any sense. Just the way the drawings are she does with the pencil. I'm no art expert. I'm sorry, you guys know this. So whatever I talk about, I try to know what I'm talking about. But it's really cool. The art itself, it's just really nice to look at. It's very soft. It's not. There's some of her art, or their art, that you can tell, like it's just kind of hard outline ink. Looks like it's paint. But when I see, the pencil style, it reminds me a lot of like almost a Rugrats style of animation. Like I said, back in the day, like a full-on Nickelodeon. So definitely check that out. There should be a link on the description below. Their art is really nice. Definitely something to look at. And I have to say, I'm really liking these artist spotlights every time I'm on Sound Off. I'm discovering something new, which is, let's be honest, that's what it's all about, right? And then a Tip Tuesday poll for you guys to answer. What do you think of Otacon's move from Baltimore to Washington, D.C.? Now, I've never been to Otakon, but as having a lot of friends from that area where Otakon is held, I do feel that does kind of suck. I'm sure, nothing's quite as great as having a convention just super close to you. So having it moved, to Washington, D.C., while it might not be too long of a drive or even too long of a trip for some people, here's hoping, that it just makes it better as time goes on. That there's no way they're not going to change it and not. There's no way they're going to change it and not have it to be, way bigger and better than before. And for your watching Wednesday this week, Stranger Things, as mentioned before, Ricardo's actually doing a mini review of it, so definitely be sure to look out for that. I haven't seen it yet. I need to. I've been putting it on hold, but from what everyone's been telling me, it's a great gift to the fans of the old school Stephen King films. And honestly, I can see that from the little bit that I've seen. Even the title screen itself looks like it's something out of Stephen King. Social media. Oh, and now for the social media videos. Music Monday, we got the Otakon 2016 cosplay music video part 1 set to Warriors. Check that out, because cosplay music videos are always a lot of fun. Definitely always seeing a lot of people dressed as characters, acting in their characters, and come on, they always have great music, so you can't go wrong. And continuing on to that, Otakon 2016 CMV part 2, which is set to Easier to Fade. So there you go, a twofer for the week of cosplay music videos. You should definitely check it out. Throwback Thursday, we have the Anime Boston 2009 Team Rocket Masquerade skit. A lot of fun. Anytime, Team Rocket's involved, people are always having a really good time. And I mean, who doesn't really like a skit? And with Pokemon being the big thing now for almost about like a month or two now, everyone's got to enjoy. It's nice to go back to it, see, Pokemon stuff even from the past, and, embracing the future with Pokemon Go that's still being as huge as I can possibly expect it to be. And last social media video is the Saturday skit from Anime Boston Cosplay Masquerade all the way back from 2012 for the Fairy Tale Girls Night Out. So you can only imagine what's waiting for you there. Alright, so ending off the video today, we're going to have the convention updates for the fans' POV actually. So we're going to Icon in Nashville, Tennessee, August 26th to the 28th, and we're also going to be at Baltimore Comic-Con in Baltimore, Maryland, September 1st through 3rd. So be sure to look out for us, as always. Maybe get some picture taken, be featured on our social media sites. So for the sound off picture for this week, I've got, would you stand on this rock for $20 million? Me? Yeah, sure, I can probably pay off any physical and emotional damage with the money I'll win from that. Also, if you guys have Periscope, be sure to actually keep an eye on it, because Sound Off will be live on Periscope, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live from Icon in Nashville, Tennessee, hosted by our very own Ernie and Chrissy. And that is actually it for the Sound Off of this week. Thank you so much for joining me this week, guys. As always, it's a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys again soon, and have a great rest of your week. See you online.